Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is JLeesCorner. Ignore the mess. Ignore the mess. Y'all know I'm packing because I'm moving. And so that's just, it's gonna be there until I'm out this place. Okay? So don't judge me. Okay? Don't judge me. Anyway, honey, it is early in the morning. I'm cold and hot at the same time. And all I can find was my little scarf that, is supposed to be a winter scarf. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. Anyway, this is a review, okay, for Married at First Sight, season 10, episode 1. Y'all know the beginning of the show is always kind of boring because nobody know nobody and none of them be happening. All them when planning the wedding. So we will see how this season shapes up or whatever. I've been up since 2:30 in the morning. Okay. And so, yep, no lip sync. I look, everything is a mess, okay? But I promise y'all, it's, it is what it is. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please become a JayBird. So make sure to subscribe, okay, for all of that and that goodness. You can also like, comment, and share this video, which is also greatly appreciated. You can also follow me on IG at JLeesCorner. But let's get into this season. So this season for Married at First Sight, they're going to be in Washington, D.C. And, this time, instead of there being 4 couples, they're going to be 5 couples. Yep, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Is that all? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. I think that's what it is. But yeah, it's 5 couples, okay? 5 couples. And so they have 10 days at this point in time to tell their families that they're getting married and also, get ready for the wedding, okay? So first up, we have Taylor and Brandon. Taylor's weave looks better in this picture than it did on the show. I did not like it on the show. It looked very, very unkept. Okay, and like she maybe had got the weave when the process first started, and then she kept it and didn't replace it. And so I was like, girl, please just make it look nice. I don't mind people wearing weave. I just want it to look nice and neat. You know what I'm saying? And just presentable. Brandon looks like he could be a pirate. Captain Jack Sparrow and all those. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So let's move this on over. I gotta make it smaller because I need to see things. Anyway, so Taylor's 27. She is a research scientist at Johns Hopkins Hospital, and she also works Uber and Lyft, and she also is a hostess for a liquor brand. So yeah, she got all kind of jobs, okay? Trying to make all the money because she doesn't have to pay for tuition and just the cost of living. I also like to travel. And I said, well, okay, girl, get how you live or whatever. So we do see she tells her family that she's getting married. And for the most part, they're happy for her. But they also say they're nervous. I think everybody's family was a bit nervous because it's an arranged marriage. It's an arranged marriage to a person you have never met or seen before. So it can be a lot. You know what I'm saying? And they say, you know what I'm saying, it could work, but it also may not because it just depends on who you marry. You know what I'm saying? You can marry somebody and it's going to potentially work out, okay? Or you can marry somebody and it could be a train wreck. Okay, remember the one season on there where it was Amber and Matt, where Matt was cheating during the marriage, and I'm like, y'all had only been married, you was cheating from the beginning, bruh. And even the one season we had the guy who didn't even want to kiss the girl, and it was crazy. And we still think he was gay, but we don't know about that. So yeah, it can go either way. You never know. Anyway, so she also asked her cousin to walk her down the aisle. I said, oh, that's really, really nice. Okay. And she seems nice or whatever, but we shall see. Now, Brandon is 33, and he said he's in beer sales. I say, so do you work at a liquor store? Like, I'm like, what does beer sales mean? Or do you really sell imported, good old type of beer? I'm not sure. It can go either way. He can be a liquor store worker, or he can be a person who really out here, you know what I'm saying, slanging them good beers to people, but we don't know. He brings up how he's a very social person. He's always going out and having fun or whatever, but he's also always the person at the event that's by himself because he's single. Okay, he brings up how he does not have a relationship with his father, even though his father lives, close by, or whatever. He said him and his father ain't been cool since he was around 13. Okay, he says if I was, when I get married, I want to have a family and I want to be able to be there for my children. Well, come on now, black man. Okay, now when he tells his family that he's getting married, you know what I'm saying, in 10 days to a whole stranger, they're mostly shocked. Like, what? What's going on, brother? Now, they was also saying congratulations, kind of laughing and whatnot. Now, his grandmama was like, okay, so this is a real thing now? Grandparents don't understand some of these new age things. But I also feel like, grandma, y'all had arranged marriages back in the day. Like, it happened, okay? We know that for a fact, okay? But she's like, why would you want to do this? She feels like, you know what I'm saying, because he's been dating and it hasn't been working out or whatever, and he tired of striking out, he wants to go this route, okay? And he brings up, you know what I'm saying, well, it hasn't worked out for me doing it the regular way, so why not take this unconventional way and have some, some professionals fix me up with somebody who's supposedly my match. Okay? So grandma like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I think he just had a striking out, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he should do it. She's not like, don't do it. But she's just not like, oh yeah, amazing, brother. Okay. Now his mom said, I'm gonna support my baby. I'm gonna support my baby because you know what I'm saying, it's my baby and I'm gonna support him and if it's what he wants to do. I said, okay, mama. Now next up, this is gonna be a quick one because I know the first episode is just really just introducing the couples, okay? So next up we have Mindy and Zach. This couple to me is gonna be weird because of him. Not because I don't see them two matching. I don't like this talk. I'm like I don't see where they got the match from. But they supposed to be professionals. You know what I'm saying, and experts. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. Mindy is 34. She is a figure skating teacher. I said, oh, okay. Olympic gold, okay? Now, she then brings up how one of her sisters died from a drug overdose, and then around the time that happened, she was pregnant, but she ended up having a miscarriage. And I said, oh, wow, okay. So it's just, that was a lot to take in one dose. So she's telling her sister that she's getting married to a stranger as her sister rocks and shakes her baby as the baby drinks the bottle, okay? Now, the sister's like, oh, wow, you're getting married to a stranger? And I'm like, does the family not know what show they on? Like, at what point when the cameras are there, like, if the name of the show is Married at First Sight, what do they think it mean? Or do they not tell their family what show they shooting? Like, is it a secret? I'm not sure. Anyway, so the sister says, oh, wow, I'm shocked, okay? Now, she says, I'm supportive. I'm very supportive of you or whatever because, you try things the normal way and it hasn't worked out. You know what I'm saying? And so there's other ways to do things, and that's what you're doing. And she also brings up how my sister's the perfect person. Like, she's perfect. You know what I'm saying? She's this and she's that. So, she needs the perfect guy because she's the perfect girl. Stop saying she's perfect. Perfect is a big word to live up to, so I'm like, whatever. Now, she does tell the sister, Mindy tells the sister that their parents are not supportive. Okay, they are not coming to the wedding. They're not with it at all. They think it's a dumb idea and they refuse to participate. And I was like, dang, I think it's crazy when your parents feel so strongly about a decision you making that they just won't even support you. I mean, she getting married. Oh, my alarm clock is going off in the background. Hold on. Okay, and I'm back. I'm like, dang, I couldn't have let the song keep playing because I don't want YouTube shutting my page down. Anyway, so I don't know what I was saying, but I know I was saying that Mindy's parents are not supportive, and that's just stupid, but I digress. Let's move on. Anyway, so Zach is 32. He's a fitness trainer, and I almost feel like Zach came on the show for attention. I think Zach came on the show to expand his fitness career, okay? Because I feel like he talked more about his career and what he's doing and what he wants to do versus being ready for a relationship. It was just something about him seemed opportunistic. That's the right word. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, it's somebody I don't trust. And he looked like, he's like, I can be on television and they can see my body and they can want me to be their trainer. That's what I got from him, but whatever. Anyway, so we see that he tells his friends, not his family, that he's, going to be getting married or whatever. And they're like, wow. Okay, yeah. None of them are happy about it. And it's not that they're unhappy about it. They just feel like, why you're getting married? Like, why are you doing it this way or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And the fact of how his friend reacted to me shows he not ready for marriage. Because my thing is, even the other families who may not agree with the way that they're going about it, they still are not feeling like, oh, why you even get married? Who's one person said, you know what I'm saying, why do you want to get married? I feel like something about him ain't right. And I just don't know. I'm gonna trust my instinct about it. Okay. And something about these two, I don't know how it's gonna work out. But the friends were just like, they don't support it. They're not against it. They're not against it. They just don't understand why he, of all people, is trying to get married, let alone get married to a stranger. And I feel like it's because, he not ready for marriage at all. But we shall see. Okay. Now, next up, we have, did I miss somebody? I did Mindy and Zach. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, so we have Katie and Derek. Okay. Now, Katie and Derek. Um, they're both young. And I don't know how this is going to work out, okay? Because of her. Okay, because of her. Not because of Derek, but because of Katie. Now, Katie is 25. She's a child therapist. And she also brings up how she's diabetic, and she's been diabetic since she was younger. The lighting here is horrible or whatever. It's because the sun is shiny and I don't have the shades open. She brings up how, she isn't finding guys who want love. She's only finding guys who, want to bang and not have no commitment, okay? I'm saying they have no intentions of being in any kind of long-term lasting relationship. And I'm like, well, that's really shitty. So we see that she tells her family that she's getting married. And I think it was like her mom and dad plus her mom and dad's spouses. Because I seen like, oh, that's dad and that's stepfather. And it was two women. I'm like, okay, so her parents are divorced, but also both remarried. Okay, and when she tells them, for the most part, everyone's crying, and not in a bad way. I'm like, y'all are real emotional people. Okay, I guess so. So. She then brings up how her family wasn't against it. They were, like, okay, excuse me, about it. But then she brings up how it was some guy she was dating before she started this process. They had been messing around for, a couple months or whatnot. And they have since broken up, mainly because he didn't want a relationship. He wanted to basically, just bang and walk away. And so she then says once he found out that she was going to be getting married, and they found a match for her, he kind of called her up and said, oh, no, don't do it. We should be together. And I'm like, what? But she brings up they were dating for a little bit of a time, and he made it clear that he did not want any kind of relationship. Okay, not none at all. And I said, girl, if you anyway, her family feel like I'm saying he isn't a good guy and that he's just kind of mess with her and trying to get into her head. But my thing is not the fact that he's trying to mess with her and get in her head. It's the fact that she's like believing him. That's was weird. And I'm like, girl, I guess so. And she did. Anyway, so we then see Derek. Derek is 26 and he works in cybersecurity. And he says how he has never been in love. I'm not surprised you're 26. Most guys who are 26 have not been in love. That's not abnormal. Now, if he was 46, I'd be like, what? But 26, you're a bitch. I think I have been in fake love. I've been engaged at that point in time. Well, no, I was really in love with my neighbor upstairs. I just feel like she's in a constant state of being kidnapped because she's consistently just making all kind of noise up there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so again, he's 26, whatever. He's never been in love. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You're a baby. He brings up how his mom was not supportive at all because his parents are divorced. He told his mom lives elsewhere, but when he told her, she was like not supportive, and so he hopes his father's side of the family will be supportive. Now, and his parents have been divorced for about 15 years. He tells his dad's side of the family, and it was like, oh, so you really doing this? Is this what you want to do? He's like, yeah, I hope I find love this way. And the dad said, well, I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. However, I will be there for you and support you, and I'll be open to this process for you, son. And I'm like, that's the proper way to do things. It's like you don't have to just be like, you know what, I'm not gonna be there for you. This is a mistake, you dumb ditty, and I'm not gonna even come to the ceremony. Because my thing is, what if it works out and you weren't there? It's one thing it's I just don't get how anyone doesn't want to be there. That's what's crazy to me. But I digress. Next up we have Jessica and Austin. Weird pair. For some, I just for I'm just like, okay, I don't know, and not weird, but I was like, oh, I'm trying to just figure out if they're a match or not. It was just weird for me. So Jessica's 31. She's a patient care manager. She has an identical twin sister. She brings up how her and her twin sister they also have a brother, but her and the twin are extremely close. She says so much that it has caused issues in her past relationships. However, she says when her twin sister got married, she was replaced. When she replaced me and got married, I felt alone. And I feel like this is the reason that parents who have twins or triplets or whatever, you should not raise the twins to feel like they need the other one to feel whole. Because I feel like that's the only way that she could have felt alone because her sister got married. I'm like, what? I don't, not. I mean, I get you feel like, oh my God, they have somebody else, but I'm looking like not alone. And they say I was replaced. No, you weren't replaced because you hopefully was never fucking your sister. Okay, when she married somebody, there's a whole different relationship. Okay, you weren't replaced. Okay, you're still her sister. Anyway, she tells the sister and the sister's husband that she's getting married, and the sister's husband was like, I think that's a bad idea. Okay, I don't think you should do this. And she's like, what? And the sister then say, yeah, I don't really. They found someone, and then she said, Jessica says, but you started this process for me. Like, how is that? I don't know if my neighbor is really kidnapped and she's not gonna help, but I'm not gonna go help. Girl, this is usually I'm not woke yet because it's 10 a.m. right now, and I'm like, she got my goddamn nerves already. Anyway, but Jessica tells the sister, that her twin sister, like, the sister started her on this path, and she then say, well, I did it because I never thought that they would match you with anybody. I'm like, you set her up for failure. You set her up or told her to go on this show, but you never thought they would find someone for her. That is setting her up for failure. But I digress. It was what it was. But she do say, I want to see you happy. So hopefully they pick somebody and find somebody just for you. I say, Lord. Now, Austin is 31. He's a network engineer. And he seems to talk a lot. A whole bunch. A lot. I mean, to where they was like, oh, like fast forwarding through him talking a lot about his mama. Because he's a mama's boy. He's very much so a mama's boy. So we see him tell his family he's getting married and everything. And the grandma like, oh, no, really? Okay. And they laugh. Now, the mama seems to like kind of roll her eyes a little bit. And I'm like, oh, mama, you jealous? What's going on here? Okay. Now, he says me and my mom are really close. And that if she is not okay with this, then I probably wouldn't do it. And I said, well, you know what? That means you should not have came on the show. Anybody who is coming on this show but won't go through with it if somebody in their family doesn't approve of it shouldn't be on the show. Period. That's my point. We then see the mama say that, it's not that she doesn't, she hopes it works out. I hope it works out. I don't agree with what he's doing. I hope he doesn't have any regrets about it or whatever. And I just hope it works out. And you know what I'm saying? But they were supportive for the most part, so we shall see. And then the last couple that we have, Mika and Michael. Now, Mika and Michael, whose names seem to rhyme, okay? You know, I think I can see them making it, but I don't know. Only because Mika says she's an alpha female, and he seems very non-alpha like, and I feel like I wonder if that will. I don't know how that works out. You know, there usually does have to be like one alpha. It really can never be two alphas, but I still feel like something about how alpha she may clash with how zen he is. So we should have to see about that. So Mika's 25, and you know she's a category analyst, which I don't know what that is. And as I mentioned, she said that she's an alpha female. She's the oldest. She brings up, but she had to grow up really fast because she had to help raise her little sisters and brother. Or she had three siblings under her, and because she had to kind of, you know, just help out around the house, you know, help out with this, help out with that. Okay, and so she says by the time that she got to college, she was like, you know, prepared for life because she had been, you know, helping live life of other kids, you know, since she was younger or whatever. She brings, but she's not married yet because she thinks it's because she refuses to settle. That's a good reason. That's a reason why a lot of people are single. You should not settle ever in life. Okay. She tells her family she's getting married, and for the most part, they were all happy for her. They were. I just don't know what the fuck is going on outside my apartment in the wall, and it's just very, very aggravating. Anyway, so again, she tells her family that she's getting married, and they're very supportive. They're happy mainly. Her mom voice reminds me of Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj, if she was like a regular adult, who didn't do voices. Guess what it reminds me of. Now, Michael was 31. He is an education coordinator and he teaches yoga. He brings up how his mom gave him to his aunt when he was 9 months old. His aunt ended up adopting him, but his mom passed away when he was 3 from cancer. And I'm like, dang, that's okay. That's a lot to take in at the same damn. Okay, so he is a small family. You know what I'm saying? It's him, like his sister, um, cousin. You know, it's a small knit family, whatever. So he would be the first person in his family to get married. Oh, yeah, that's so nice. So, you know, he tells his family it was his sister's nephew, like I think like 2 friends and somebody else was sitting over there, that he's getting married, and they were all supportive. Okay, they were all very supportive. The sister gave like, I just want you to be happy and find love and be married. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that I was not able to do. Yes, I want that for you. It was a very touching and amazing moment, and I'm like, oh, isn't that sweet? We shall see. So, and that was mainly the whole show, truth be told. Um, we do see them each go picking their wedding dress and the tux. That was real simple. I'll show y'all pictures of that on episode 2 because, you know, this was just the introductions. We see the weddings, I think, next week in the episode. None of the guys picked like a traditional tux. I think only the one guy did, and he wanted like a black James Bond type suit. I'm like, you're weird. But like 2 guys picked a blue suit. One guy had like a black and white suit. Somebody else picked like a gray suit. So it was real different. You know, the ladies picked dresses and whatever it was what it was. But Katie, when she was shopping for her dress, she brought up how, you know what I'm saying, she keeps questioning if she should go through this because again, the dude who came back around saying, you know, love me, be with me because I don't want you with somebody else. I'm like, she not ready for marriage. Mainly because she can't make a decision on what to do between the 2 guys. The dude did not want a relationship with you until you moved on. Okay? And I think it's because it seemed like he's been dumb over a guy. It's anyway, we do see them have like all the brides meet up, all the grooms meet up and have a bit of a conversation or whatever. The bride chat was, you know, when Mindy told them her parents are not coming. They're like, well, dang, that's kind of sucky. They bring up how on the wedding night, I think 3 out of 5 of them said, you know, they wanted to, you know, it to be whatever, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna be based on the flow. But we see Jessica and Taylor say they don't want to have sex on their wedding night because he's a stranger. I say, girl, no, he's your husband. He's your husband. And I've told y'all before when I reviewed other seasons, when I marry whoever I marry, we are having sex on my wedding night. Come hook a crook, okay? Regardless of what's going on, we doing it, okay? Doing it because it's my husband. It's my wedding night, okay? And then we marry, we having raw sex. Because who wants to get married and have condom sex? I'm saying. And if it's with a stranger, that's the only time I think it can be with a condom because you don't want to get knocked up by a stranger. But nonetheless, it's going to be some sex going on tonight. Now, the grooms talk, and they was saying how for them for the wedding night, it's based on whatever the woman is comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she wants, whatever the wife wants, is what happened. Brandon brings up how if she wanted to sit around and watch Lifetime movies and eat ice cream, that's that's what we gonna do. Was Brandon lying and it made me choke? I'm not sure. So we do see they have like bachelor and bachelorette parties as well. Of course, they're separate. The girls was somewhere dancing and drinking, okay, doing little lap dances on their friends, but it was weird. Katie then says, "I think Taylor has given lap dances before." I said, "Did you call her a stripper?" She called that girl a stripper because I think she's done this before. I'm looking like you called her a stripper. I just can't. She's giving lap dance. I'm like, but you over here lap dancing up too, Katie. Have you given lap dances before? Let us know. Gonna call that lady the stripper. Anyway, Katie then brings up the two of the brides. You know what I'm saying? Has any of your exes like reached out to you since this all happened? They were like, no, not at all. Like, and my last ex was like this and for that. So it was like, no, that hasn't really happened once. Because for me, a guy I was talking to, whatever, he reached out once he found out, I was matched on the show and blah, 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 blah. And now he says he loves me, he wants to be with me or whatever. And they're like, that's a typical guy move. He doesn't want you until someone else has you, and now he's messing with your head. Yes, and she's dumb enough to keep putting in her head that he really wants to be with her. Girl, if he wanted you, he would come get you. Okay? Come get you. That's what he would do. She is going to fully get on my nerves this season. If she goes through this wedding, I feel like she's gonna go through the wedding and then she's gonna consistently question why she went through with it. And that's gonna be a point of contention with her and the dude, and that's gonna get on my damn nerves. The guys basically went out for drinks with their friends all together, and each guy was like, "Why are you getting married, dude? Why are you getting married, dude? Dude, why? Girl, bye." Anyway, we then see it's wedding day for them all, but we know we have to wait until the next episode to see anything about the wedding. We do see Katie's the first up to get married, okay? And she's still, I don't ever want to marry a stranger. I had a drink last night where the groom came down the aisle and I didn't like him and now we're trying to escape. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. I don't feel like that. I don't know. I'm getting cold feet. Well, run your cold feet ass to the house. Go take a nap, okay? And now it's really the whole thing. Katie is going to irk my nerves all season. I can feel it in my bones. Anyway, y'all, that's it. I am done. I have to now get ready for work. Oh, Lord. I've been on vacation since the 20th, and I'm like, why did I choose to go back on vacation Thursday? Anyway, I'm done. Peace.